はじめまして。私はブラウンエリザベスです。Arkansas で Arkansas School for Mathematics, Sciences and the Arts という学校で日本語を教えています。そしてこちらはネビルです。ネビルは可愛い猫です。So when I went to high school, one of my friends who's a bit older just told me that Japanese class was really fun. So I decided to take it. And then my Japanese teacher was the best teacher I've ever had. I had extreme social anxiety and wouldn't speak. I couldn't speak to anyone aside from like my family and a few close friends. And he really encouraged me to break out of my shell and to speak, and gave me the confidence to not only communicate in my native language but also in Japanese. He actually he gave me a little cheerleading cone to speak through because nobody could hear me when I would answer questions. And then so I needed it like every day my sophomore year of high school, and then junior year he'd only bring it out when I needed it. And the first day I got through an entire class period without needing to use we called it the cone of shame. So without needing to use the cone of shame, we everybody clapped and cheered for me, and it was really cool. And then he gave it to me when I graduated, and it's on my desk at school. He had such a profound impact on my life that I wanted to be a teacher like him and help other students. So there are lots of memories. Of course, I've been to Japan several times, but the best memories are when my students thank me. And this year especially, I had a few students email or snail mail me little thank you notes and gifts, just saying like, hey, without you I never would have known that I love Japanese, and now I'm going to major in Japanese, or I'm going to minor in Japanese. And it just, for a student to say that I help them, which is the goal of why I became a teacher, has just been like the most heartwarming thing. I keep all of my little notes that I get from students, and if I'm having a bad day, I'll read them and remember that that's why I'm a teacher. And yeah, last year one of my students decided that she just wanted to study in Japan for all 4 years, and then another student did that. So I have two students currently in Japan doing just their full 4 years through a Japanese university. I've got one who I actually, she was in town last week, and we met up and social distance, talked a little bit, and she was like, yeah, I'm thinking of maybe teaching. So she's doing computer science, but now she's maybe thinking of teaching instead. So I have a lot who just, they want to keep Japanese as part of their careers, but none of them have started their careers yet. So I'm really excited to see where they go. I have such a hard time with kanji, such a hard time with kanji. Because there's so many, and I try to read books and stuff, and then I always get stumped by the kanji. Recently, though, I found Wanikani, which is a kanji learning website, and that's been super helpful. I show my students, and that's been really great for my personal uh, learning as well. And I also struggle with keigo. Keigo is hard. It's just honorifics, and why are they so long? Why are there so many new words? But we make do. It's hard because I know it in my brain how it works, but speaking it, you can know it and have that explicit knowledge, but to be able to actually produce the language is harder. And we have a sister city program, and so when I go, I have to kind of be like, pretend that I'm actually an adult because I don't feel like an adult. And so I try to use Keigo, I try to be polite, but I mess up a lot. But everyone is super understanding, and I think they're just glad that I'm trying. And so I do my best, but even though I screw up, everyone's really, really gracious with me about it. So especially in our current situation where we can't really travel, it may seem a lot of my students, former and current students, they had their dreams of going to Japan just crushed. I was supposed to take a group in October. Another group was supposed to go in June. Would actually be there Oh no, it's July, but they would have been there a month ago. They didn't get to go. Um, one the student who I talked about, who I saw a couple of days ago, she didn't. She wanted to do a full semester of study abroad, but now she's not going to be able to because of everything. It was supposed to be this summer. Um, so it can be really discouraging when you want to study abroad, when you want to visit Japan, when you want to communicate in person, but we do have technology. And so we can still practice, we can still communicate with our friends and make new friends. And then hopefully just look forward to the time when coronavirus is over and we can actually meet them in person. So maybe things are on hold for now, but we can still communicate, we can still learn, we can still make an effort, and then work towards the future.